What is going on, y'all? We might as well get to talking about this Kevin Samuels and Umar Johnson and what should black women, and in particular, let's be honest, when they say it, they're really talking to black cis women. They're not talking to all black women. So let's talk about it, right? They're talking to black cis women in particular, but okay. Who should black women listen to? Kevin Samuels? Dr. Umar Johnson? And you know, I be making videos discussing narcissistic personality disorder, narcissistic abuse. And let's put a disclaimer. I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a mental health professional. All right? I'm just sharing information. Now, my thing is this. What Dr. Umar Johnson said has truth to it. A lot of the stuff that he says has truth to it. Again, if you've seen my videos where I talk about it, I used to be a huge supporter. Right? A lot of the things that he says has truth. Never said he didn't. Again, look at my videos. Look at them. I don't have nothing to hide. But then there's a lot of things where it's just like, you can't say you're Pan-African and then be homophobic, transphobic, sexist, misogynistic. And it's crazy because you got one misogynist calling another one a misogynist. And it's like, so basically what it is there can only be one alpha male. That's basically what this is. That's that whole, we gotta hear my roar. Only one powerful black man. I am the prince of Pan-Africanism. And then you got Kevin Samuels. You know, high value. He telling everybody what's high value. You know, are you bringing in 10 bands at least, right? And I'm like, well, shit, most of us are not high value then, because the vast majority of us are not bringing in $10,000 a month. Hell, people ain't bringing in $10,000 in 3 months because these jobs ain't paying that, okay? People struggling out here. People are struggling out here. So, who do you listen to? Who's giving you sound advice? Like I said, I've listened to more Dr. Umar Johnson stuff. Like I said, I've been knowing about Dr. Umar Johnson since 2010, 2011. I found out about Kevin Samuels this year. But those of us that's been like talking about struggle love, narcissistic abuse, and people talking about high value and leveling up. You'll see people like Kevin Samuels, and there's so many other people. Okay, he's not the only one. And their approach is that they're very cutthroat, right? There's basically like some people will say, they tell it like it is. Like, and don't get me wrong, sometimes, like I said, I've listened to some of his stuff and it is what it is. But again, you know, we're gonna listen to two guys. Again, this is what doesn't be making any sense to me, right? And I always say this, right? They're so high value, and they know what women need to be doing. They know what men need to be doing. They know, they have all the answers. They know everything. Yet none of these people are married. None of these people are married. And in fact, they have a track record of bad relationships because they tend to be abusive and toxic themselves, right? But yet they're telling everybody else how to be a man, how to be a woman. Again, how are they going to have all the answers to everything? But like I said, they're so in demand, yet they're not married. And then they have a track record of toxic relationships behind them, you know. But like I said, this is what's going on, you know. I don't really, it's crazy. I ain't made a Dr. Umar Johnson video in forever because it's like, I don't really see the point of talking about it like that. You feel me? They gonna do what they need to do to stay relevant, to keep, you know, themselves in the limelight, to keep attention on themselves. And that's cool. You know, how is FDMG doing? Renovations coming along 2 years later, everything going well. When the class is going to start. And honestly, are you doing virtual classes? Because that's the thing, Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar could be doing virtual classes right now, right? Teaching Pan-Africanism, teaching military science, teaching, you know, African history and mathematics and science and horticultural and agriculture. You could be doing all of this online, right? Is that what he's doing right now with FDMG, or what's going on? Because that's just, I don't even keep in touch with that anymore because it's just like, come on, you know, 11 years later, we still waiting. What's going on? And then like with this Kevin Samuels, it's just like every time you turn around, something is coming out about him, and it just proves and proves and proves these self-proclaimed high-value people. And like I said, they are not the only ones. Everybody want to walk around like they shit don't stink. And all of our shit stink. All our shit stink. So, like I said, all these so-called, they can't do no wrong. They perfect. They the best. They the one. They the only. These types of people, you gotta be careful about. I'm just saying, these are red flags. These are red flags. And people be ignoring the red flags, okay? Like, you cannot tell me this shit is not weird. Like, you got one, you know, egotistical, narcissistic person calling out the other. This shit is wild. You know, it's wild, to say the least. That's all I'm gonna say, right? But like I said, who should black women listen to? First of all, I'm not going to say, first of all, you need to listen to people that put your well-being in front of you. So I'm not going to tell black women who they need to listen to. But what I will say is you need to get out of this toxic codependency. Information on codependency will be in the description box below. But a lot of y'all are so codependent. Y'all just attach yourself to negative men, negative women, negative people. Mental health is so important. And these people be walking around acting like they just got all the answers and they, you know, I bossed up, I leveled up, look at me, look at me. And then we finding out all this crazy shit we found out all this crazy shit about all of y'all. And it's just like the damn Derek Jackson situation. It's like I said, the red flags be right there and people be choosing to ignore the obvious. Choosing to ignore the obvious. Anyways, I don't know, man. Oh, God. Veins coming through my dang leg. Anyway, I don't know what to tell y'all. Anyways, it's just getting old. It's like, and then my thing is, still what I don't be understanding is, you got these grown cishet men, okay, they, again, how come they not married? But they always want to talk about y'all. And they always want to bash the LGBT, the gays, the trans, everybody else. Yet, how come you don't have your children? Where your children at? Since you so damn righteous and you know everything, how come you not with your kids? How come you not married to your children's mothers? What is going on? Why are you having children out of wedlock? How come you don't have any discipline? And that's for both of them. I'm just saying, these hypocrites sit up here and be in your face. Again, judging everybody else. Meanwhile, they doing all this crazy shit. And that's the thing. That's why I firmly believe I can't judge nobody. I worked out today, and it was an amazing workout, and I'm going to be back there in the morning because that pump felt so good. Like, but anyways, I can't judge nobody because I got my own scruples, but I can't hold myself accountable. And these hypocrites, these motherfuckers come out here and just, man, sell salt to a slug, don't they? They got the gift of gab. They got the gift of gab. And again, how are you Pan-African? Pan-African is about collective work, you know, socialism, right? Working together. You Pan-African, but you homophobic, but you transphobic, but you sexist, but you misogynistic. And you talking about what one shouldn't be doing when both of y'all do the same thing. You feel me? Just one happens to have a more polished, almost European-based view of it, while the other one has that Hotep Mayat, you know, the woke conscious viewpoint of it. But it's really, it's two heads of the same coin. It's the same shit. You feel me? Same shit. But anyways, this video is getting long. Information on codependency and where you can find a therapist, and who Kevin Samuels is, and also who Dr. Umar Johnson is, will be in the description box below. And I'm out of here. Bye-bye.